Who says you gotta spend a bunch of money to smell good? I have got a top 10 list of 10 fragrances that would get you compliments for less than 30 bucks.
I finally found what I'm missing, and now you got all my attention. Driving me wild, got me wishing that you were all mine. You're irresistible, so refreshing. You're irresistible. Tell the essence. I can feel your energy all over me. Close my eyes and I breathe in. You're irresistible.
Welcome back to Carolina Fragrance Reviews. I'm your host, Cam. Make sure that you're subscribed, activate that notifications bell, and follow us on Instagram at cam.byrd. I've been looking through all of the videos we've been putting out, and I've been talking about a lot of expensive fragrances. That is not all that I own. I actually went digging through some of my inexpensive fragrances, and they have been battle tested. These definitely work, and I went and checked, and as of right before we started filming, I went and checked to make sure that all of these fell under 30 bucks. Every single one of these fragrances will get you compliments, and you can purchase them for less than 30 bucks, and this is going by fragrance.net. The first fragrance I'm going to introduce you to is Blue Seduction from Antonio Banderas. This one actually was introduced a little while back on this channel, but it was also on my friend Andrew's channel, Curly Scents. And it was right about the time that she was being accused of being like some operative for Christian Dior or one of these big fragrance companies. I thought that was kind of funny to be getting that type of exposure and then bust out a little cheapie like this one. I have actually worn this. I have actually gotten compliments from it. I actually owned it, like back in the day, and when I saw Andrew review it, I was like, I'd forgot all about that bad boy. But this one opens up with some nice bergamot, some mint, some apple, some musk, so you've got all the elements of a nice fragrance. This one doesn't have like beastly projection or performance. As a matter of fact, none of these fragrances that I have, for the most part, are gonna get you more than 4 or 5 hours. But again, you can reapply no problem for a fragrance that's less than 30 bucks. Let me read you the official notes. Blue Seduction was released in 2007. The notes are bergamot, cassis, mint, melon, cardamom, nutmeg, ocean accord, apple, cappuccino accord, oak moss, woods, and musk. According to fragrance.net, as of right before filming this, 1.7 ounces is $13.22, or you can get this monster, this 6.8 for $20.78. Blue Seduction is probably gonna be more of a youthful type fragrance. I would say probably appropriate for somebody between the age of 18 and 35. Not meaning that anybody over 35 can't wear it, but this is more of a youthful type scent. Next fragrance is an artist fragrance, and most of the time when we discuss artist fragrances, there's not a lot of positive feedback about them. But P. Diddy Willy Willy, Sean Combs, Sean John actually has a couple of good fragrances. This is definitely one you want to spritz on before you head out to the club, right after the shower. This one is spicy, it's clean, it's sweet, it's kind of subdued, it's not super loud, but it's really nice and aromatic. It gives a nice scent bubble for about 2 hours. I'm getting about 7 hours of performance on this one. This is another one that is going to be on the more youthful side, but again, if you got that swagger popping and you're going out middle-aged man or going through midlife crisis or whatever, this one will definitely get the job done. Let's go over the notes. Sean John was released in 2016. The notes are bergamot, mandarin, black pepper, water mint, spicy notes, nutmeg, violet leaf, cardamom, amber, musk, vanilla, sandalwood, amberwood, and coumarin. This is a fragrance I don't hear a whole lot of people talk about, but for the compliments that it pulls, and let's check this one out. 3.4 ounce, $20.78. You need to have this one on your shelf when you head out to the club. For as many fragrances I own, you can look at this and see there's a rather significant dent in this bottle. So like I said, these fragrances are battle tested. This one is a really good one for less than, just a little over 20 bucks. Sean John. While we're talking about Sean John, I do have one more that you may be a little bit more familiar with. This one is Unforgivable. And it does smell very, very similar to Creed's Millésime Impérial. Now this one is also a stunner that is gonna turn heads. Yeah, this one has actually got me in trouble a couple of times. Think back 2005, 2006, I got myself in a little bit of trouble with this sweetie little something from Colombia. Yeah, she actually got me in a lot of trouble that evening, but it was worth it. It was fun, and this is what sparked her attention. Well, that and my swagger. Just as I was looking over the notes, I saw that this fragrance was actually released in 2005. So it was 2005 because this joint was like brand spanking new and it was turning a lot of heads back then. Let's go over the notes. Unforgivable was released in 2005. The notes are basil, citrus, lavender, sea moss, cashmere, iris, clary sage, sandalwood, amber, and tonka bean. A little while back, I did a review on a Lacoste fragrance that I really was not crazy about at all. I have absolutely nothing against Lacoste. Lacoste fragrances have been in my collection long before any niche or any expensive fragrances were in my collection. One of my favorites is this one right here, Red Style and Play. It has been featured on this channel a couple of times. I actually had it as a lineup for like spring and summer, and there was somebody in the comments talking about, you can't wear that fragrance in spring or summer, especially not summer. And I was like, man, you can wear it whenever you want. And that's what type of fragrance it is. There are some notes in there that kind of pop with the spiciness in the fall and winter, but I have worn this in the crazy hot heat, and this one projects. It really projects, has really good performance, especially for the price point on it. Now, as you can see, there is a rather large dent in this bottle, and I did not buy this used. I wear this fragrance, and I absolutely love this fragrance. I actually was wearing this at work one day, and we have like bays. There's like a front, a back, and then the other one on the other side. And there was somebody riding by on a bicycle, and actually was like, shing shing, and like came in and was like, man, what does that smell? And the wind was pushing through the back bay out the front, and he was like, oh my gosh, that is like the best fragrance I've ever smelled. And I just showed it to him. I let him get a few spritzes. He was a kid, probably, I don't know, maybe 17 years old or something. But this is definitely kind of a youthful type fragrance, but there's not really an age limit on this one. It's very spicy, it's aromatic. It is just a really solid fragrance, especially for the price point, which is 1.6 ounce, $18.26, 2.5 ounce, $21.41, or 4.2 ounce, $27.08. The notes for Red Style and Play are Manzana Verde, fresh notes, green notes, jasmine, cedar leaf, precious woods, white musk, and patchouli. This one definitely has some depth to it. Solid release from Lacoste. Anybody who has been wearing fragrances as long as I have absolutely either has had this in their collection or still has it in their collection is Davidoff Cool Water. This is the one that Snoop Dogg was rapping about, talking about my Johnson's Baby Powder and Kawada Cologne. That was back in the days when Dr. Dre and the Chronic, Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, all that good stuff. Everybody was rocking Cool Water and listening to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. This one definitely does have a similarity to the 1985 release from Creed, Green Irish Tweed. This one is just a little bit more synthetic, but it is still one of the top selling fragrances on Amazon right now. Just to show you how relevant this fragrance still is, my buddy Ashton from Gent Sense recently did a video that had a list as of like in the past couple of weeks, the top 10 selling fragrances on Amazon. That means like your average Joe, everyday person, chances are they're probably not in the frag com. They're still scooping Cool Water up right along with a beast from the 80s like Drakkar Noir. Cool Water was also featured on the Ones That Got Me Hooked on my fragrance addiction video that we put out just a little bit ago. This fragrance was actually released in 1988. I believe my bottle was picked up in 1992 on a trip to Europe. I was in Vienna, Austria, and all over Germany for 2 weeks. And I actually owned this fragrance before the wave of Cool Water hit the United States, where a lot of people, at least like in high school, because it was everybody wearing like Curve and Adidas, I was wearing Curve, and I think I had like Passion from Elizabeth Taylor and then Dior Fahrenheit were like my high school fragrances. But this one has been with me a long, long time. It's near and dear to my heart. Let's go over the notes. Cool Water was released in 1988. The notes are mint, lavender, coriander, rosemary, geranium, neroli, jasmine, sandalwood, cedarwood, musk, amber, and tobacco. And you can still grab this one at a song. The price for this one, 1.3 ounce, $13.85, 4.2, $18.26, 6.7 ounce, $26.45. Now, I have been working with my family business my entire life, but I did take a hiatus for about 4 years in total. During that time, I worked as a chef, I worked for an IT company, and I sold cars. I also studied massage therapy and bartending. So I did some bartending, I did massage therapy on the side, and I played in bands my entire life. So I've been in a lot of places, seen a lot of cool things, but sometimes a fragrance can take you right to a particular time and moment. Burberry Touch is one of those fragrances. I can remember exactly when I started wearing this. I was working at a Mediterranean restaurant as a chef, and I was making tabbouleh and hummus and all kinds of wonderful, wonderful food from fresh. Gordon Ramsay would be very proud of me.
That's delicious.
My hummus was so good, I would actually make whole pans and people would just order the pans and take it. My coworker Oscar was like, "Man, what you putting in that stuff, crack?" My buddy OC was actually the one that turned me on to Burberry Touch. He had it on one evening while he and I were getting ready to go out to the bar, and I spritzed some of his on, and I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta cop a bottle of that. So for at least like a year solid, this was the only fragrance that I was wearing. Burberry Touch is very versatile. It also has excellent performance. The longevity on this one is probably like 9-10 hours. You get a good 2.5 hour scent bubble, maybe pushing 3 hours. Like I said, I was cooking and then putting this on. If I didn't make it to the shower, I'd always make it to the shower eventually, but I'd even spray it on before I even went to the house, just in case if there was, you know, like a little hottie coming up to the restaurant or whatever. Let's go over the notes. Burberry Touch for Men was launched in the year 2000. The notes are Artissima, violet leaf, mandarin orange, nutmeg, white pepper, cedar, tonka, vetiver, and white musk. And you can cop a bottle just like this one. This is the 1.7 ounce for $27.48, I believe. Next one up is from Bulgari. It may be one of the most recognizable fragrances from Bulgari, and definitely one of the most attention-getting and compliment monster, Aqua Amara. There were rumors about this fragrance actually being discontinued. I don't think that ever happened. I never saw it disappear, and sometimes rumors fly around, but this one is very accessible. It's kind of funny, I was talking with my friend Chris from Fragmental the other day, and we were talking about how hard it is to get Noir Ombre, but I think he was in like a duty-free shopping area at an airport in Spain, and said like the whole top shelf was completely slammed full of them. So there's definitely a problem trying to find that fragrance, but you won't have any problems finding this one, and you won't have any problems getting compliments off of this one. This one has a very nice, bright and citrusy opening with some neroli and some mandarin orange. There are fragrances that have been around that get a lot of attention here recently that have a similar scent profile. Let's just go over the notes on this one. Aqua Amaro was released in 2014. The notes are Sicilian mandarin, neroli, Indonesian patchouli, and frankincense. Out of all my aquatic fragrances, whether it is a $200, $300, $100, whatever, however many dollars, this one is my favorite aquatic fragrance. That says a lot for the amount of fragrances I own. If you don't own this one, this is a very good one to have in your collection. And this one runs you $27.08 for a 1.7 ounce bottle. Okay, I recently did a video where I mentioned the word Christmas, and a couple of you guys were like tripping, talking about, man, let's get through Halloween and Thanksgiving and then we'll move on to that. I understand, I'm with you, but I also have an 8-year-old son, and I have to strategically buy my Christmas presents so I don't buy them all in December, and then in January I'm like, where is the cell phone payment? Where is this payment or that payment? You catch my drift? It can happen very easily. So I'm just trying to help you get out in front of it. But just to recognize Halloween, I have a stellar fragrance that's actually called Halloween Man. This one is from Jesus del Pozo. I had heard about this fragrance numerous times. It took me a while to actually pick it up and buy it. Now I know they have a few other fragrances out. My buddy Kenny just did one. There was actually one that Ashton put out. I don't even remember what it was called. It just slipped my mind. But I haven't owned any of the Halloween Man fragrances or Halloween fragrances. This is the only one I have, but this one is actually beastly. Stellar performance, stellar projection. It's sweet, definitely a clubbing fragrance or a trick-or-treating fragrance. Halloween Man was released in 2012. The notes are apple martini, violet leaf, green basil, mandarin, aphrodisiac notes of ginger, cinnamon, lavender, orange blossom, leather cords, musk, gray amber, and vanilla. Halloween Man comes in a 4.2 ounce for $23.30. In the ad campaign for Halloween Man, it says, night has its own scent. It said, can you smell it? If you smell what the Halloween Man's cooking. A little while back, two of my buddies did a review on Halloween Man X. One was Ashton from Gen Sense, and the other one was my buddy Kenny from the Fragrance Shark. While I'm mentioning Kenny from the Fragrance Shark, I do have to give him a mad shout out and show him some serious love. He come up with this new design. I don't know if you guys have noticed the Be Disruptive back here. And at the end of our videos, Kenny is such a solid friend. He does a lot of extra work for us on the side. He is actually considered part of CFR. He likes to stay behind the curtains. He's just a very humble person and a wonderful friend. If you get a chance, go subscribe to the Fragrance Shark.
Thanks, Kenny.
Dior Sauvage is a fragrance that has a lot of attention, either one way or the other, either positive or negative. Whether you love it or hate it, I know there's some people who probably, well, I know for sure that some people secretly wear it and don't want anybody to know that they wear it because it's a safe fragrance to wear. But yes, it is a polarizing fragrance. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's not Dior Sauvage I'm talking about, it's actually a clone, and it comes from a French fragrance house called Rayan Tradition. This one, and I may be mispronouncing this, Gentle, I guess it's El Satis. It's E-L-S-A-T-Y-S. El Satis? This fragrance definitely smells like Dior Sauvage. I know a lot of people do not like the initial opening on the EDT or EDP because it does come off a bit harsh and abrasive with that really sharp ambroxan and metallic note in the beginning. This one does have some ambroxan in it, and to be the price that it is, which is $17.63, it's got a decent cap on it, got a little bit of weight to it. Very similar bottle to what you would see in the Dior Sauvage, except this one kind of has a little spiral action going on. Atomizer is not as nice as Dior, but for that kind of price, this is not a bad fragrance. Now, you definitely get the ambroxan, but to me, it kind of gives, this one is a little bit more dialed down. It's a lot more sweetness that comes out. It actually has a grape soda vibe is what I get from it, especially like towards a dry down. It kind of smells like a light Dior Sauvage with grape soda on top of it, if that makes any sense. If you've ever smelled like a knee-high grape soda mixed with Dior Sauvage, that would be what you would get out of this. This one gets decent performance. I'd say about 5 hours of performance, but at less than 20 bucks, you can definitely afford to reapply this one. This one would apply for the same versatility that Dior Sauvage would. The notes for Gentle El Satis are bergamot, pepper, lavender, watery notes, metallic notes, coal, patchouli, and ambroxan. A 3.3 bottle of Gentle El Satis can be picked up for $17.63. And this is a Eau de Parfum concentrate. You got your little label on here on the bottom. Like I said, nice metal cap. Very, very reminiscent of what you would find in a Christian Dior bottle for a fraction of the price. Next one up is from a house that is pretty well known for a couple of knockoffs or clones of Creed. No, it's not Club de Nuit Intense, man. It's actually Tres Nuit. This is a clone of Green Irish Tweed. If you guys have not got your nose on this, this is actually the best knockoff of Green Irish Tweed I have ever smelled. I'm not like super crazy about this presentation. I know some people actually like this. It's kind of got like a kind of a belt buckle thing going on. Heavy bottle though, heavy cap. Nice distribution. And I know that Club de Nuit Intense, man, definitely goes down as like, I mean, I've seen numerous people say that they get more compliments with it than they do with the actual Creed Aventus. The difference between the Club de Nuit Intense, man, and Aventus for me is that really harsh synthetic opening. I know some people don't get it, some people do. I have heard that some batches come from Spain. I've heard that some come from like the Middle East around Dubai or Saudi Arabia. The one that I have definitely has kind of like that lemon pledge opening on it. Whereas this is much easier on the nose. You don't get that harsh synthetic opening. As far as clones go, this one is as good as it gets when it comes to Green Irish Tweed. The notes are lemon verbena, iris, lavender, violet, spicy notes, ambergris, and sandalwood. Armaf Trenou 3.4 bottle goes for $18.89. As far as performance and projection, this is also a beast. This is only the second fragrance that I have smelled from Armaf, and that is something that I understand that they have very good performance. That is the case for Club de Nuit Intense, man. It's also the case for this one as well. This fragrance is also very versatile. You can wear it dressed up, dressed down, spring, summer, fall, winter. Perfect fragrance for year round, signature scent worthy, and super, super cheap. Okay, this video actually is gonna feature one more fragrance. Before I get to the last one, I did wanna mention that this is the giveaway. We're gonna give this full presentation away. I think it's minus maybe 3 sprays. I wanted to do something a little special in this video, give you guys a giveaway. It is creeping up on our 1-year anniversary. So what I want you to do, if you would like to have this bottle, I will send this full bottle, full presentation out. All you need to do is make sure that you're subscribed to Carolina Fragrance Reviews. Make sure that you're following us on Instagram at cam.byrd, and down in the comments, put 1-year anniversary. And whoever does that, we'll just compile it. We will randomly pick a winner, and we will now announce it on November 1st for our 1-year anniversary. This year has flown by super, super fast. But I am so grateful for each and every person that is subscribed to our channel, who watches our channel. I look at our analytics. There are a lot of people that watch this channel who are not subscribed. I would love it if you'd subscribe. We would love to have you as part of the family. Hit that notifications bell so you do know when we're doing our uploads. We do them at 10 a.m. every Tuesday and Thursday, and sometimes we do put out bonus content. Okay, the last fragrance I'm gonna share with you is another one that is very near and dear to my heart. It's Clinique Happy. This one is clean, it's crisp, it has a hint of citrus in the opening. It is just very inviting, and literally when you put it on, it makes you feel happy. It's just one of those really uplifting, clean fragrances that is, you know, it works all the time. Especially for spring and summer, that's what type of fragrance it is. But if you're having like a damp, cold, dreary day and you just want to bring about some sunshine in your life, spray this on. It definitely works, especially for the price. Happy was released in 1999. The notes are lime, green notes, mandarin orange, lemon, C notes, freesia, jasmine, lily of the valley, rose, cypress, musk, gaiac wood, and cedar. You can pick up Clinique Happy in a 1.7 ounce for $22.04 or a 3.4 ounce for $27.71. This is another one of those fragrances that just definitely brings back lots and lots of memories. I don't see myself without this fragrance in my collection. Before we wrap it up, I'm gonna do one more plug on these shirts. These are the Be Disruptive shirts. You can get them in white, black. We have them in multiple colors, multiple sizes, and we have them priced at $19.99. There is a link down in the description where you can click on our Teespring store. We have lots of different designs. We've got the neon purple, lots and lots of cool designs. Check us out down in the description. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for my top 10 fragrances that will pull you compliments for less than 30 bucks. Remember, whatever you do, be disruptive, wear what you want, when you want, have fun. Subscribe to Carolina Fragrance Reviews, activate that notifications bell, smash that like button, leave us some comments down below. We'll see you next time on Carolina Fragrance Reviews.